Good afternoon, Mr. Shope's fourth period government class. I'm Landon Santini, and this is not any edition of WHS News. But what it is my Bill of Rights social studies project, which I don't really think can be considered Bill of Rights, because I've decided to screw it and do all 27 amendments. And how am I going to do that, you ask? I am going to briefly give a brief synopsis of each of the amendments, going backwards to the beginning of the Constitution, and give a little shorter demonstration after that, just to give you a really good idea of what the Constitution is really about. And I promise you that I'm mostly trying to be serious here, but I'm also, if there's something in here that happens to make you laugh, hey, you have me to thank. But if you think that this presentation stinks, you have nobody but me to blame. So, now, you know the Constitution is something that's as old as America itself. And it has changed along with the changing times and needs and probably sometimes wants of our nation. So let's take a trip back in time, starting with the most recent amendment, the 27th Amendment.
Woody, that camera's coming out of your salary.
I'm getting a salary?
Hello, I'd like to vote for president, governor, and anything that will take money away from our parks and libraries.
Use machine number 3.
Fit in the booth!
Use the double wide.
Compassionate, tough, curious. These are all words Ralph Wiggum doesn't know. But he doesn't need to know them. He lives them every day.
I'm voting Ralph for president. His easy smile makes me think everything is okay, even when I know it ain't.
I'm voting for Ralph, too. But don't tell you know who.
On November 4th, vote for the latest in a long line of great American leaders.
I want a tricycle, and a dog who won't chew my Hot Wheels, and a brighter future for America. I'm Ralph Wiggum, and I've been a good boy.
I want you to poll the people. Find out how many citizens are sympathetic to my cause.
That's easy. How many people are on your payroll?
Oh, will you be serious? Go poll the peasants. You can start with him.
If you're in favor of the king, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So far, it's unanimous.
See you like it here. Oh, I love being in D.C. D.C. It's great.
My friends, on this great I Love Liberty occasion, it does my heart good to know that you are all pro-bird.
Wow, Peter, I gotta say, this lemonade stand was a really good idea. It's selling really well.
That's because it has my secret ingredient in it. Vodka.
Chicken wouldn't even let the little duck play. Told him that he didn't even know how to cluck. Bad luck to be born a duck.
Quackity quack, said the little old duck. Bad luck to be born a duck.
Sweating, no smudging. No sweating, no smudging. Oh, great. There goes the 19th Amendment. Thanks to you, women are losing the right to vote.
'Tis a tradition for the officers to toast to the success of a voyage.
Very true. No, we must set an example for this questionable crew. There will be no consumption of alcohol of any kind.
Oh, sir, but I can vouch for this crew myself. You could sail to heaven and back with these men.
Well, I'm afraid I must disagree with you.
You want to knock it off with the booze? It's peeling the paint off of the shuffleboard court.
Yeah.
Sorry. Come on, girl.
Told him.
It is clear now that you are an online predator.
And you won't get away with it because you are not a senator.
I got a couple of good beats.
But, laddie, I've got some better dates. Important ones, too. When every American should pay his or her income tax, gladly and proudly. This year, thanks to Hitler and Hirohito, taxes are higher than ever before. Will you have enough money on hand to meet your payments when they fall due?
We'll take care of that later. Forget it.
But you don't want to forget our fighting men, do you? Then you'll have to start saving right away to meet your tax payments.
How do we do that? Let's take a vote.
A vote, yes.
Everybody vote for the right.
Remember the pigeon.
A vote is a great idea, but what is a vote?
A good question.
Thank you.
When I mention the bird of your choice, so signify by saying I. That is your vote. And the bird with the most votes wins.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved just like a seed.
But you people can't do this!
Actually, sir, they can.
What?
Well, that woman there is Mrs. Hennessy, the president of the PTA, and that's Jack Riley, the superintendent's brother-in-law, and that's...
All right, fine. They want to keep this rotten old pile of rust. Let them. Keep it, you hear me? Go ahead and keep it!
I have given you some definite thought. Order. We will do this the democratic way.
What's that mean?
Which means everybody gets to have their turn.
Day.
The Board of Education has no control over what goes on inside people's minds, hard as we try.
The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America, the spirit of what's old and what's new. The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America, the spirit of the red, white, and blue.
Just think how wonderful it will be when we're all citizens and can vote.
Can Zach and I vote?
No, you're only kids.
Can Maddie and I vote?
No, you're only women.
So who can vote?
Those who are qualified to. Me and Arwen.
Don't we have any other choices?
I've just got to win this science award. Then I can get into MIT, and then to Nanobot that eats oil spills, and be able to retire comfortably while taking care of my aging mother and paying my brother's bail money.
Zach's in jail?
Not yet.
I'm
gonna sue.
Leonard Helperman, I find you guilty. Guilty!
Oh, hey, wait a second! I didn't even get my turn to...
I hereby sentence you to be dragged out to the playground by your toes and tied to the monkey bars, where we will then cover you with grape jelly and red ants!
Is Mr. Helperman being formally charged with the breaking of a school regulation?
What are you, his lawyer?
Let's just say I'm a concerned friend of truth and justice in America today. And as such, I need to know, what is Leonard Helperman being charged with? Who is making the charge? And where is the evidence to substantiate said accusation? I'm crazy about those lawyer shows. The girls are kind of skinny, but you gotta love the dialogue.
A-hunting we will go, a-hunting we will go. We're going on a treasure hunt, a-hunting we will go. A-hunting we will go, a-hunting we will go. We're going on a treasure hunt, a-hunting we will go.
We must have made old Grimlord nervous by snooping around that building. Let's get back and check it out.
Right! VR Troopers!
Sire, a group of your devoted subjects are waiting below.
I've noticed. What do they want?
They demand the right to bear arms.
Fine.
What?
Sure. If they want bare arms, we'll rip off their sleeves.
Well, voting isn't the only thing we're fighting for.
I'm fighting for free speech.
I'm fighting for free press.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Fighting? I thought this was arts and crafts.
Let me tell you something I learned from Feeney this year. See, it's cool for you guys to come down to the schoolyard because you've got freedom of assembly.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Amendment 1 of the Bill of Rights.
Sean?
I accidentally read the chapter.
Yeah, what'd you learn?
Well, I learned that they've got the right to peaceably assemble. But the second you guys broke that lock, you broke the law, and I got the right to call the cops.
Why are you defending him? What has he ever done for you?
You see those bolt cutters in your hands?
Yeah, what about him?
Well, you see how I don't have any in mine?
Yeah, so?
That's what he's done for me.
Breaking down the door to take your finals, Mr. Burgess? So, Mr. Hunter, you do listen in class sometimes, hmm?
Yeah, well, you know, some days you're talking so much I can't really sleep.
Mr. Feeney, what are you doing here so late?
I'm preparing your final exams. You're not the only ones who work hard on these tests.
I hear Feeney's making them real hard so he can cram some more of that knowledge stuff into our heads.
Oh, if you think these are tough, Mr. Hunter, wait till you see what I have in mind for you next year.
Next year?
Yes, Mr. Matthews. Perhaps this old dinosaur still has a few 100 million years left in him.
We gotta be out of high school by then.
Look at this.
Yes, sir, it's a standard Muppet finale. If you don't know how to end it, go out with a...